massive news coming in last night. James, Tommy Shelby has taken out Greyhound of the Year.
Yeah, this was huge, wasn't it? Well-deserved win there by Tommy Shelby. Also, trainer Steve Withers, Australian Trainer of the Year. What a fantastic job he did with the dog over the course of the past year or so. Travelling with the Greyhound, often under pretty difficult circumstances, and getting the job done. Tommy, 3 Group 1s plus a whole lot more. It's been a great effort from Team Tommy Shelby.
It has indeed, and obviously double whammy for the kennel here, and Serena Fly High won an award as well, Fernando Bale, so it's really a massive effort from the team. And a lot of what we see, James, is the glitz and glamour around these group wins and the trophies, the rugs, and the limo and everything, but what we don't see is the behind the scenes stuff. And I think Kira Withers, a lot of credit goes to her as well. Looking after the family, the girls, and also the Greyhounds back home. Major sacrifice from the whole team, really. So I think good to mention as well that they've had to make a lot of those sacrifices to be able to get to where they are.
Yeah, and it's a performance that it's really more than just about what the dog's done on the racetrack. Steve and Kira have been great with the promotion side of things as well, and of course the charity angle, which has been fantastic as well. They've been really great ambassadors for Greyhound racing and really popular. I think no one's going to dispute that result from last night. And despite everything they've done, how excited were they?
So excited. And funnily enough, you'd think that because Tommy's done all of this travelling and he's used to the cameras and all the attention, that he wouldn't be nervous. But take a look at this, James. Tommy is quite literally burying his head in the sand. A bit nervous. It's as if he knew that the awards night was on.
Oh, well, yeah. He's all about what's happening on the racetrack. But yeah, it was just great stuff. And thanks for Steve and Kira sending those images and video in to us. Great to have it behind the scene of look what is a great success there. Big news continues, Leia. We've got a big race here at Cannington on Saturday night with the Spring Gift Final.
We do, and we had really, really good heats run over the weekend. Let's take a look at Sunset Piper's run here. What were your thoughts in this?
Yeah, look, this dog has really come to the fore over the past few weeks, of course, taking out the Peter Thomas, now following up again here in a heat of the final. This was a tough win from Sunset Piper here, real battle with Ripon Purton here, but does manage to get through and win the race. Of course, the other heat taken out, Leia, by Valachi. Now, this dog absolutely flying at the moment. It's now won 5 wins on the trot, and this one was extra special. Able to get to the front here and goes on and wins by 8 lengths over Sunset Toxic. Sunset Toxic's no slouch. Fastest qualifying time of 29.80. Valachi, of course, from the same litter as Manzu. We saw Zeke win earlier on in the evening last Saturday, so he's really come to the fore at the moment as well. But those are the 2 heat winners.
And we take a look at the box draw, James. Sunset Piper's come up with the cherry here, box 1, and Valachi's on the other end of the boxes in box 8. What are your thoughts?
Well, Sunset Piper, you just have to respect the way the dog's going at the moment, but obviously Valachi probably comes in this one favourite.
Yes, and I thought Ripon Purton had a fantastic run to run second in his heat against Sunset Piper. But, James, I think Valachi gets an ideal run here out wide. There's quite a bit of early speed on the inside, so I think he'll be nice and clear on the outside here. And he had a fantastic run jumping out of box 6 to find the lead. So I think if he can produce something similar, he's got it in the bag. Another
dog I'm not completely ruling out, because we have been talking him up quite a bit over the past month or so. Sarong scraped into this final, ran 4th in his heat. His chances certainly do depend on a good start. Hasn't done that the last few times. If he does happen to jump and get himself amongst that leading group, he's a chance here.
I think it's quite a strong field going in this Saturday. Could be anyone's race.
Yeah, looking forward to this. What about this that came out last week, Leia? This is from Dimity Ma, post on Twitter. Just putting it out there. I know these ladies are super talented, but how hot are the women we have in racing media? Leia Ernest, top of the list. Brittany Graham, Cassie Fay, Kate Melian, and Brittany Taylor, and more. If these ladies don't attract more people to racing, I don't know what will. What about that, Leia? You are the top of a very exclusive group there.
It's very nice of her to say. Very, very nice.
It is. You're being very modest about this, Leia. I think it's fantastic recognition. Look, add Dimity that list, in my opinion, as well. I must admit, watching Sky Channel of late is a bit like Baywatch it used to be. That's right. And now I
don't know how to respond.
I sense a calendar coming up here. A tasteful one, of course, but no, we're not going to roll with that. Anyway, you're going to be on Dimity's podcast. She does a great job, by the way. If you don't know who Dimity Mara is, Greyhound Girl, find her out on Twitter. She does a great job of promoting.
She's very passionate.
Very passionate.
Very passionate.
Great job of promoting greyhounds, and you're going to be on soon.
I am. So she's asked me to pop on and have a chat about being a first-time owner, about the win last week, and also just about being involved in greyhound racing industry. And it's really nice to be able to chat to someone who has, I feel, the same passion. It's very admirable, and she's always on top of everything. Racing, not only over East, but here in WA, and she's a very good promoter of the sport.
She certainly is. What about this promotion? Dude Food down at Mandurah every Thursday night throughout September.
Yes, and we were lucky enough to have it up here at Cannington, so head on down if you missed out for every Thursday in September.
All right, well, that's Thursday night. That's tomorrow.
Yep.
What about tonight, Leia? We've got racing here at headquarters.
We do 12 race card, the first at 6:35, James, and we see... I'm not that excited about it, pretty excited. The final
trying
of
to
the
keep a
Spring
lid on it,
Maiden.
eh? Yeah, the Spring Maiden. Why is that interesting too?
Oh, I have my greyhounds running.
Right, your greyhound. Panama Pepper, in case you haven't heard, Leia's got involvement in this dog. Had a very exciting heat win last week. Take us through the concluding stages of this heat here.
So... I almost have no words, James. I mean, believe it or not, no words for the majority of the race. But as it is coming into that final bend, I had a lot of words.
You certainly had a lot to say. We went on to win in good fashion indeed, Panama Pepper. And what you're talking about is a video about to show you, which broke the internet last week. If you've been in the desert and you've had no internet connection for the past week or so and you haven't seen it, we're going to show it again here.
Before we do, though... Parental guidance, maybe.
Recommended.
Recommended.
Did you win the Perth Cup, Leia, or was that a maiden?
Every win feels like a Perth Cup.
I love the excitement there. That is absolutely superb. What a reaction. What's it going to be like tonight if he gets up?
Well... I thought last week it was actually his first run in those sorts of conditions. Every time he's trialled, it's never poured down as much as it has. So I'm actually quite interested to see what time he can run while it's nice and sunny.
All right, that is the Spring Maiden final tonight at Cannington. There are 7 other dogs in the race, by the way, in case you haven't worked that out.
And very good contenders.
Very good contenders, that's right. What about your best bet?
My best bet is a little bit of a special tonight, James. Tried to mix it up and I couldn't quite pick in race 6. I've gone with the 1 and 6 here. Elite Weapon jumps out of the cherry. Had a really good win 2 starts back and had a good second last start as well. So I think has a good go from an inside draw. And I'm also going with the 6, which is Capito. Has only had a few runs on and off the scene since he begun chasing, but comes from a really, really good litter. And I think he's got a good record as well. Only the 4 starts, but 2 wins, a second and a third. So
we're Quinella-ing it up.
We're Quinella-ing it up with the 1 and 6.
Novelty bet, love it. All right, I'm heading towards race 8, number 2, Chestnut Manelli. Had a good look at this race, Leia. On paper, looks like a 2-dog race. Kilkenny Manelli, the kennel mate, out in box 3. I just think Chestnut Manelli, just the previous times I've met, has shaded Kilkenny, so that's where I'm going for tonight here at Cannington. So race 8, number 2, Chestnut Manelli.
I like it. Well, we'll both be on track tonight, James. So hopefully, fingers crossed for our best bets, and looking forward to the feature event.
We certainly are. If you can't make it down to the track, we'll see you next week on the show.